An explosive moment on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon has sparked an uproar both in the studio and across social media, as Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, clashed with comedian Fred Armisen over a satirical impersonation that many are calling tasteless and offensive. The incident unfolded during what was expected to be a light-hearted episode featuring Markle as the main guest and Armisen as a comedic contributor. Instead, the segment veered into deeply uncomfortable territory, culminating in Markle walking off the set and igniting a polarizing debate about the boundaries of comedy and the ethics of satire. The controversy began when Fred Armisen, renowned for his sharp celebrity impressions, launched into a satirical portrayal of Markle herself. Armisen's impersonations of figures like Barack Obama and Donald Trump have earned him a reputation as a bold, boundary-pushing comedian. However, his take on Markle quickly shifted from playful to pointed, as he mimicked her accent, critiqued her fashion choices, and mocked her past public statements about resilience, race, and life in the royal spotlight. The audience's initial laughter gave way to audible discomfort as Armisen's impersonation became increasingly personal, crossing a line that left Markle visibly unsettled. At first, Markle maintained her composure, smiling through the routine. However, as Armisen continued, the tension in the room became palpable. When he took aim at Markle's speeches about mental health and public life, she could no longer hide her frustration. Interrupting the performance, Markle firmly stated, "This isn't satire, it's disrespectful." The live audience gasped as she continued, "You're mocking experiences that shaped my life, experiences that involve struggle and identity. This is not comedy. It's cruelty." Fred Armisen, unfazed, defended his performance, claiming his impersonations are a form of social commentary designed to provoke thought and highlight contradictions in public personas. "It's satire," he retorted, brushing off Markle's criticism. "The point is to exaggerate, to show the absurdity in the way people present themselves. That's what I do. It's not personal." His explanation, however, only seemed to intensify Markle's anger, as she accused him of perpetuating harmful stereotypes about women of color, particularly those in the public eye. "It's easy to mock from a place of privilege," Markle shot back. "But words have consequences, and so do these so-called jokes." Caught in the middle of the escalating confrontation, host Jimmy Fallon attempted to mediate, awkwardly interjecting to defuse the situation. "Okay, let's all take a deep breath," Fallon said, nervously laughing in an effort to lighten the mood. However, his efforts were in vain. The tension was already at a boiling point, and Markle, visibly upset, abruptly removed her microphone and walked off the set. Fallon's face fell as the camera panned to the stunned audience, leaving him scrambling to salvage the show. "We're going to take a quick break," Fallon said, signaling for a commercial as the live audience sat in stunned silence. The fallout from this dramatic moment was immediate and fierce. Social media erupted with heated debates, with hashtags like #Meghan Markle and #Fred Armisen trending for hours. Supporters of Markle praised her for standing up against what they described as bullying disguised as comedy. Many pointed out that Armisen's impersonation wasn't just insensitive but harmful, reinforcing negative stereotypes and minimizing Markle's lived experiences. One tweet that gained significant traction read, "Mocking a woman of color who's spoken openly about her struggles isn't edgy, it's cruel. Meghan Markle deserves better." Others, however, defended Armisen, arguing that satire is meant to challenge public figures and expose perceived contradictions in their personas. "Public figures are fair game," one Twitter user wrote. "If Meghan Markle can't handle satire, maybe she shouldn't be in the spotlight." Some critics accused Markle of being overly sensitive and unable to take a joke, framing her walk-off as unprofessional. Conservative commentators in particular seized on the moment to criticize Markle, accusing her of playing the victim and stifling creative expression. The debate quickly expanded beyond the two individuals at the center of the controversy, sparking broader conversations about the limits of satire, the ethics of comedy, and the treatment of women of color in the media. Many commentators noted the fine line between comedy and cruelty, questioning whether Armisen's impersonation crossed into the realm of personal attack. Others highlighted the unique challenges faced by women of color in public life, arguing that Markle's reaction was a reflection of the broader societal pressures she has endured. For Markle, the incident is yet another chapter in a long history of public scrutiny and criticism. Since marrying Prince Harry and stepping into the royal spotlight, she has faced relentless media coverage, much of it negative. Her decision to step back from royal duties and speak openly about her mental health struggles and experiences with racism only intensified the public's polarized views of her. To some, she is a trailblazer who challenges outdated traditions and speaks truth to power. To others, she is a polarizing figure who courts controversy. For Fred Armisen, the backlash poses questions about the evolving role of comedy in a socially conscious age. While satire has long been a cornerstone of comedy, the increasing focus on representation and inclusivity has led some to call for greater sensitivity in comedic material. Armisen's defenders argue that comedians should not be censored, while his critics contend that humor that punches down, especially at marginalized individuals, is outdated and harmful. As for Jimmy Fallon, the host finds himself in the unenviable position of being at the center of a controversy not of his making. While Fallon has built a career on genial humor and avoiding controversy, this incident has thrust him into an intense cultural debate. Critics have questioned whether he could have done more to mediate the situation or whether his hands-off approach allowed the conflict to spiral out of control. In the days since the incident, neither Markle nor Armisen has issued a formal statement, leaving the public to speculate about the fallout behind the scenes. Will this event lead to changes in how comedians approach satire? Will it prompt greater awareness of the challenges faced by women of color in the public eye? Or will it be dismissed as just another fleeting controversy in the 24-hour news cycle? One thing is certain, the dramatic clash on The Tonight Show has reignited a simmering cultural debate about comedy, identity, and the responsibilities of public figures. And as the discourse continues to unfold online and in the media, it remains a stark reminder of the thin line between humor and harm and the high stakes of navigating that line in today's increasingly polarized world.